it's day 2 in Mackinaw City. We got here yesterday afternoon, and just in time because it has turned ice cold out here, and windy and blustery. It's like the marina's a very nice marina, but this is like this is August 23rd, and it looks like the dead of winter out here. So we're taking it easy today, and hopefully tomorrow it's gonna be pretty enough to get over to Mackinaw Island. But yesterday afternoon we went across the street to where those Christmas lights over there, and there's a whole little walkabout town hall city thing, town center thing with all kinds of restaurants, and I guarantee you the candy store per capita is higher here than any place else in the world. It's shop after shop after shop of fudge shops. Fudge and candy and caramel popcorn and ice cream everywhere. And then there's the ferry building that takes you over to Mackinaw Island. This is really a nice place. It's a bad day, but it looks like a fun place with lots of tourists. And that's the 2 buildings for the marina here. This is another Department of Natural Resources marina, and it's nice. Well, the weather finally turned nice, and we keep talking about how clear the water is up here. And this water is 12 feet deep, and you can see the bottom like crystal clear.
We rented a car and drove over the bridge into the Upper Peninsula, and we decided to go to Sault Ste. Marie, right on the border with Canada again. And here by the locks on the American side is nothing but fudge shops again.
And Bigfoot statues,
On the American side of Sault Ste. Marie was the Shipwreck Museum, and it was a very small museum, but it had a nice little display in there, focusing mostly on the Edmunds Fitzgerald. The guy who was giving the tours and talking about stuff was very interesting, and I enjoyed talking to him about how the ship Fitzgerald sunk.
We got back to Mackinaw City and did some sightseeing and some shopping in their area. It's really cute. It's right across from the ferry dock, and we were able to buy some souvenirs. The next day we took the ferry over to Mackinaw Island, and it was a fast ferry. It took about 15 minutes to get there. It wasn't very long at all. It was, going about 30 miles an hour. It was really fast. And you know me, I talk to everybody, so I was talking to people on the ferry with us. It's a really cute area. Right by the ferry dock, there was the Mackinaw Park, the Mackinaw Island Park, with the fort there. That's Mackinaw Fort at the top, and they've recreated a lot of it, I think, but it has a lot of green space. It was a really nice area.
It's a very charming town. Mm-hmm. There's the fort, and just to the left up there is the summer residence of the governor of Michigan.
Yeah, that's right.
Then we took a carriage, got on a carriage ride, which is well worth it.
Oh, absolutely.
It's 3 hours long, and went all over. It was great. We made it through town, and then the back streets through town.
We saw an old church, about 100-year-old church, 150-year-old church.
All made of like round stones. It was really nice. And then we changed carriages and went through the national park.
It was a lot of green space. This island is 85% of the island is a Michigan state park, and a large majority of it is still in its natural element.
Yeah, it's very nice. It was very pleasant to go at the walking pace of a horse, just sitting there and relaxing and going through the park. And it was very nice. I enjoyed it. And the guy who gave me the tour was very good too. And
one of the stops we had on the carriage ride was the Archway.
Yeah. Laura's picture in front of the arch, and you can see that's Lake Huron through the arch, looking back the way we came to the island from the North Channel, and it had a beautiful view at the top.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Just gorgeous. Look at it. It's like it's the Caribbean. The colors, the watercolors look like the Caribbean.
Yeah, the water is, like we said, is very clear. I just sat up there and just looked out over the water. It was beautiful. And then we walked back down. You could see through the trees and still see the water. And we got back onto the horse cart again with the same tour guide. He gave us more of a tour. And then we made it down to
the Grand Hotel. Yeah. The Grand Hotel charges you now to even step on their property, to look on their porch and walk around. So we just took pictures. We didn't need to get out and look.
Carriage.
From the horse carriage. But it was wonderful. The only way that you can get around on the island is you can walk, you can bicycle, you can ride a horse, or you can be on the horse and carriage.
And the carriage took us back to the downtown area.
Yeah, the downtown.
And
there's a lot of little
hotels.
A lot of these little hotels, these little boutique kind of hotels that are, again, from the turn of the 20th century.
And they're all right down on the water. And there's the Mackinaw Island lighthouse
out there, yeah. And then we got back on the ferry
about 8 o'clock or so.
I know, we were there a long time.
Still daylight.
We were there a long time, and it was cold when we were up. We decided to be upstairs, but it was a chilly ride going 30 miles an hour, and the temperature was probably like 65 or so. And then we went back into the marina area where the ferry docks.
Okay. So what we're going to do is you're going to undo your white one, and then your blue one, okay? And then I'm going to have mine off, okay? And then we're just going to turn it back out a little like that, the middle, and then you're going to watch that side as I turn to make sure I don't hit that dock. Go back in there and out and out, okay? Do your white one first.
We had a really good time at Mackinaw City, and all the different places that we were able to go up there. Having a car really makes a difference. We did some traveling around. We got to go to the Upper Peninsula. We figure we're not going to be here. We've never been here before. We may never come again. We might as well see some more stuff. So we got off the dock. One of the other loopers came over and asked if we needed help, and I was like, sure, I'll take some help. So we were able to get off the dock really easily. Chris is very good at this. He is really good about telling me what the plan is and what order he wants things in. We do wear our headsets. It makes it so much easier so that we can talk to each other and know exactly what's going on.
So when we start spinning here, I can't really see under the bow very well, and I can't see the stern. So Laura helps me by making sure I don't clip the corner of a dock or in front of some boat. And once we get turned out into the fairway there, then it's just a matter of creeping forward slowly. You don't want to create a wake and rock everybody, especially at 7:30 in the morning.
Yeah. So the fuel dock is here at the end. We were on the pier with the fuel dock, and we wanted to get fuel, but they didn't open till 9. Yeah, and we left at 7:30. So we thought, well, we got fuel, so we'll just head on down the road.
We were only going 60 miles, which is plenty of fuel.
Right. While we're doing this, before we get out into the bay, I try my best to take care of all the lines and pull up the fenders. So before it starts getting rocky, I try to do that while we're still in the marinas, and I can still keep an eye on everything. And then everything is set, and we are ready to roll.
That boat that was in front of us is the Coast Guard icebreaker that they use to keep the shipping channel through the lake open.
Yeah.
It was big.
They have a museum. Well, you can go through it. It's like a little museum, they say. that you can go through that boat, but we never did that.
And now we're back out at Lake Huron. We're going to turn towards the bridge here.
And we are headed under the Mackinaw Bridge. We've decided to go about 60 miles today to Charlevoix. It's a beautiful, beautiful day, really light winds, and really calm seas is what the prediction is. So we thought, let's go ahead and make this long run and get down into Lake Michigan. So this bridge is the separator, I guess, the dividing line between Lake Huron and Lake Michigan. So while we were in the Georgian Bay, we were on the upper part of Lake Huron. So now we're about to go into our second Great Lake.
Good morning from Lake Michigan. We're cruising along. This is the very top of the mitten of Lake Michigan. We're fixing to turn in about an hour, and we'll be going down the coast of Michigan, the east side of the lake. And there's 3 looper boats going right along beside us. I got a feeling there's going to be more and more looper boats because we're all funneling down to Chicago. So, 3 weeks from now we're in Chicago. It's going to be, everybody's going to be there. There's a freighter over there that's probably coming from Lake Superior. I guess he's coming from Lake Superior. It's in that direction, and we're gonna go around the boot this way. I mean the mitten this way down to Charlevoix. But Lake Huron, Lake Superior, and Lake Michigan all meet up here. So I was a little apprehensive that we'd have to find a good weather day, which we have. So far so good. This section of the journey is the one I've been worrying about lately. I wanted to have a good weather day. It's 58.9 miles to Charlevoix, and we have to go around the tip of the mitten of Michigan, exposed to a large part of the lake. Well, it's noon, and we're still on Lake Michigan. We got about an 8-hour cruise today, so we have about 3 more hours to go. And it is stunningly beautiful out here. We're going along the upper eastern shore of Lake Michigan. It's very pretty. I know we keep saying pretty, but I don't have the vocabulary to expound much more. It's just gorgeous up here. It's a beautiful day on the lake. It's a beautiful sunny day. High today 66, so it's not warm. And as we continue south, if you look to the west, it's just, this is the across the lake. We're going about 7.5 miles an hour. Just nice and easy, purring along. Burning 1.8 gallons of diesel an hour combined. So, nice economy cruise. It's very calm, no wind. About a mile from shore. Wonderful day.
Well, we timed it perfectly. There's a bridge that you have to go under, that you have to wait to open to get into the Charlevoix area. And we got there about 5 minutes before it opened, so it was perfect timing. So there's this channel that goes into that area. But we waited for, it was an easy wait. There was a couple boats in front of us, and as we got there was a lot of boats that came in behind us. So, but it opens on the half hour and the hour, I believe. So we were able to time it really well. The area is just so charming. Our plan was to anchor out because they didn't have space for us this first night. But then we got a call and they said, "Oh, space opened up." So we were able to get into the marina starting the day we got there. So I was excited about that. The marina is in the downtown. It is part of the downtown area. I don't think we've ever been this close to the downtown area, and we've been close before. It's a very nice marina. It's beautiful. The downtown is beautiful. Lots of little shops and eateries and restaurants and stuff.
And this is the marina building has a water feature around it, which is a trout stream. It's really pretty cool.
Charlevoix is known for their mushroom houses. And there was a tour, like on one of those gym cars. It's like a little electric car. And the lady doing the tour had been here her whole life and was very informative.
Earl Young is the name of the guy who did all these, okay? Yeah. He was born 1889. He died 1975, so he was 86, and he spent his whole life here. He only did houses in Charlevoix, so you cannot see them anywhere else. You can't see the front door. He started to do that, so the front door is tucked off to the side there. Which, you don't notice that on every single house. He doesn't always do snow capping and diamond windows and all of these all the time. And then the egret has been in the window since the 50s. Oh. So the same bird sculpture's been in here this whole time. Everybody said he was crazy to do this house. They said this was going to be ridiculous and he was going to embarrass himself. It ended up being probably his most photographed house.
Well, Charlevoix has been a must stop for us, and I suggest everybody stop here. The downtown area is just so quaint, and as you can see, it's just across the street from the marina. They light up the downtown area at night, and it's just a touristy area that's beautiful.